Good evening, everybody. Oh, just turning off the light. Hopefully that's less shadows. I'm not sure. Hi, it's Kylie here from Hello Crafter, and I'm back for another session of stamping on a Sunday night. Try and do it every Sunday night. I've been quite consistent for the last few weeks. Quite impressed with myself. I've been crafting all day. I've had my team over today. We've had a little bit of a crafternoon treat that I do once every few months to celebrate and reward members of my team for doing good things. And it's lovely to get together. It's my favourite event of the quarter that I do. And it's just not, it's a great excuse to do some baking because I love baking, and I don't often bake for myself because otherwise I'd have to eat it, and that would be no good. And yeah, and it's just really nice to stamp together in person as well. So we've had a lovely afternoon. So I thought I'd keep it fairly simple tonight, take it a bit easy. If I do start yawning though, I'd apologise. I am very tired. I'm tired, but not too tired for just a little bit of extra crafting tonight. So I'm looking forward to this session. Sentimental Park, I decided. I cracked it open a few days ago actually, and I've come up with some cards, for some simple cards. We actually used it today as well in my team event, so I think people really enjoyed going back to basics a little bit and doing some really simple stamping with this set. It's part of a bigger suite in the catalogue. You may have missed it. I definitely did. Hi Louise, hi Lizzie. Thank you for joining on this Sunday night. I'll just show you the suite in the catalogue. So obviously it's in the January to April. I'm still using stuff from there. It's on page 30. Well, it's actually page 33, sorry, it's on. So this suite of products is called the Regency Park suite, and it contains two bundles, Petal Park, which is a stamp set and punch bundle, and Sentimental Park, which is a stamp set and die bundle. That's the one I've got. I don't actually have the Petal Park. There's some lovely coordinating papers in here as well, and I've actually just got this ribbon. I forgot about it actually. I've not opened it yet. And these lovely polished dot things, what they're called, adhesive backed milky dots. Anyway, the papers are really lovely. I love like the kind of Dixie flowers. I'll just show you those quickly. All lovely colours, so you can kind of stick to kind of the pinks and the blues, or you can go for these kind of nice bright greens and reds, and this is Mango Melody as well. So lovely patterns, love polka dots any time of the year. So these are very cute papers. I might do, if I've got time later, I might do something with these papers for you. So yeah, the stamp set then, well, you know, there's a lot of product in these samples, so it's really hard to kind of make out what's what, because they've combined the two stamp sets on the cards. But I've tried to kind of go simple with my designs, but I just even, if only for the sentiments, I'd have bought this, because I love the font. I love the fact that you can mix and match. Love those kind of stamps. I love the size of them because they'll fit on lovely little labels. So yeah, even for the sentiments, I'd have probably got this. So what can we do to start? Something really simple. Right, I've cut some bits already actually. Two exactly the same. So I've got two balmy blue card bases, just your standard A5 folded in half. And then I've got these layers, which are balmy blue again, and they measure 9.5 centimetres by 13.8. And then these white layers to go on top, they measure 9 centimetres by 13.3. So we're starting with the same base materials. And this one I'm just going to stamp the flower on. So I've got my Memento Black, which I'm going to stamp with, and then I'm going to colour with the Balmy Blue and Petal Pink. Oh, and I might use the soft sea foam as well, sticking with the what do you call them, Subtle's colour family. So this one I'm just going to stamp flower. Is that what I was going to do on here? Oh well, that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to stamp the leaf, and then I'm going to stamp the flower. And I don't know if you've noticed though that it's also got these ones that match, that you can use. You can use them on their own, but you can also use them to colour the image. So for instance, if I go for the Petal Pink and ink that up, and then just line it up and stamp over the top. Was probably a better way around than that, but you know, it's okay. And then that's coloured it for you. So I can do the same with this leafy one as well. With soft sea foam. Today we were colouring with blends. We just got our blends out and coloured them because that was nice and therapeutic. So that's how we did it today. So it's really simple, and I'm just going to add a little sentiment to that. Can't decide. This is where I struggle every time, isn't it? Let's have Dear Friend. There. I'm sure I was going to do something different on this card, and I just completely lost any concept of what I was actually going to do. I think I may have decided that I might put some ribbon on. Yeah, let's do that. Can't see any comments, and I know that there is some, sorry. Oh, Louise, yeah, I've got a couple of team members who have just about got them all as well, all the blends, and yeah, you just have to do it gradually. You can't just get them all at once. Right, let's not attempt to do that. Right, I'm going to get my Stampin' seal, put some glue on there, and then I'll wrap some ribbon round. And I remember the sizes because I kind of tend to use the same ones all the time, and because I've been doing it for years, they are stuck in my head now. But if you want, I'm sure I have a PDF document with the sizes on, which I'm happy to send you if you want, just to have it printed out, like stuck to your notice board or something, and then you can just refer to it when you need to. Alternatively, some of my team, I think it's Angela who does this, she marks them on her trimmer itself with like a permanent, like a Sharpie or something, I think. Oh, that's not very good bow, is it? There, it's better. So yeah, anything that kind of helps you remember, you could just have them written on a post-it note, just stuck on you next to your desk or something, if that helps. It's just that one of those things, the more you do, the more it sticks. There. So yeah, very simple, that one. And then this one is going to be a little bit more involved, because I'm going to emboss this. I'm going to use I think it's Pretty Flowers, something like that, embossing folder. It's a very nice floral one. I've got an embossing folder masterclass coming up, which is going to show you at least 6 different techniques for using your embossing folders that are not the normal way, like this. So it's absolutely surprising what you can do with embossing folders. I'm just doing it just down here on the floor because I don't want to get my cut and emboss machine in the way. Yeah, so embossing folders are so much fun, and there's lots of different ways you can use them that are just create completely different effects on your card. So that's coming up in April. I think it's the 11th of April, something like that. So you can do it remotely. I can send you a kit to do it. You do need the embossing folders and obviously a cut and emboss machine, or a machine that will emboss, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to do it. Or if you just want to come around here and do it, you can use my stuff as well, but it will include the embossing folders, so you will obviously need your own machine. So I'm just going to stick that on there, and then I will stamp this one. This little blossomy one. Let's stamp it on here. I'm going to die cut it out. Wasn't going to do any die cutting tonight, but I thought let's do it, because I haven't actually used the dies. I didn't show you the dies, did I? This is the dies that coordinate with it. They've got these lovely frames. They've got the dies that cut out the stamped images, and you've got lots of these lovely little blossoms, which I think are going to be so much fun to use this week. I did die cut 2 of the frames out. Look how lovely they are. Perfect for little name labels, name tags, little gift tags, or just for your sentiment on your card. They're really pretty. And look, you've got the stitched effect around the edge as well. Oh, that was it. This was one of the swaps that one of my team members did. So this was Tracy's swap. So we got together, and a little group of us did some cards and swapped them with each other. And this was one of them, which is gorgeous. It uses those papers I showed you and that die cut, and that's even stamped on the inside. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. So I'm going to do the same thing with this and stamp with that filler image. Let's do I'm just going to do balmy blue. I'm going to stick to blue on this one. Line that up. And then I'm going to die cut it. Get my mini machine out. I've got space for my mini machine. Louise, were you referring to the embossing folders? Ah, so the embossing folders that it will be are this one I've just used, because there's lots of things we can do with that. It will be the wood grain one, and it will be the, what's it called again? I'll show you in a second. It's not dainty something. But I've told people that if they've already got the ones that are on the list, they can swap them for other ones that they don't have. It is I'm just seeing if I can quickly see it, which I can't. So then we have, I did die cut this piece, and then I've got these ones here, so let's have a think about what sentiment to put on there. I'm going to do, let's celebrate, will that fit? No. How about, I can't read this, just for you, we'll put on. Because that's quite generic. Okay, this can go on with foam pads. And also, is that wonky? Can't tell. Does it go behind? Yeah, I think it does. So I'll just glue those down. There. I feel like it needed a... This is the two-tone variegated balmy blue ribbon. It's gorgeous. I don't know, maybe... Does it need it? I don't know, but it definitely needs some gems. And I just had these... Going back to my like, these were the only ones that they used to do. They didn't used to have as many embellishments as they do now. This was always the standard one. It's nice to get that little bit of sparkle. Just use loads. Look how sparkly it is. Yeah, I'm all right with that. There you go, those two. I'll show you the ones that we did earlier today as well. It's kind of like a bit of a theme, same colours. So these ones, the ones we did. So And I have got a little tutorial for those ones, but I can't give it until next week because I don't know what I'm using for my my card class yet. But I will be making these two in person on Thursday. It is my first coffee and card session. So excited. I haven't done these since before lockdown, the first lockdown. I used to do them in a place in Guiseley that so I've found a coffee shop which is just across the road from where I used to do them, and it is an amazing coffee shop. They do the most fantastic coffees, teas, hot chocolates, loads of lovely cakes. So I'm doing that. £8. We make 2 cards and you get a hot drink included and all the materials. And I'm going to be doing it once a month, starting on Thursday, 16th, 10 o'clock till 11. I know some people work, or a lot of my customers do work, so that's just, I mean, I might try and do them on a Saturday if they're popular. So, although I have, you know, I've tried Saturday classes and haven't get anybody on them for some reason. And then when I do something on a weekday in the working week, I get asked to do them on the weekends. So I don't know why. There was another thing I wanted to show you. This was something that I thought of. I haven't tried it yet. With craft cardstock. Love these little craft notelets. Look how cute they are. I love this card. So they come in a pack of 20. Stampin' Up sell these pack of 20 with envelopes and a little box as well. And I use them a lot at Christmas time and I forget about them. So I've also got some of this craft card which comes in 6x6 sheets like this, really thick. And again, I don't often pull it out when it's not Christmas, but I don't know why, because it's gorgeous. So I thought I would have a go at stamping with white ink on this stuff. Now, I still haven't inked up my new white ink pad, so this is how it comes if you buy a white ink pad. It comes as a dry ink pad and a refill, and this is great because this will last you for a long time. And then what you do is you ink it up, you put lots of this ink on, and then you can use it, and then you can just top it up whenever you need to. And then you can also use this white ink for other things as well. It's like a paint, so possibilities are endless with that. But still, I've got around to inking up, and I'm not going to do it on camera because I'll probably make a right mess. This is my old ink pad, really old. It might actually need re-inking. We'll see. So the ink, the white ink, it's different from the coloured inks. It's craft ink rather than pigment ink, and it's thick. It's just like a thick sticky ink, and it takes ages to dry. But it's really good for stamping onto dark cardstock. Let's see if I do need to ink it up or not. I'm not sure. So let's see what it looks like. It's not bad. So it's not 100% super opaque, but it gives a really nice like chalky effect. And I'll do the flower as well. Yeah. And so it does take a while to dry, but what you can do, and what I'll do now, just to, because I want to do a particular technique, what I'm going to do is heat emboss it. If I find, I'm going to emboss it in white. So that ink will still probably be a little bit sticky, enough to stick some white embossing powder on. And then heat it up. Like magic, it's got a bit of a glossy sheen to it now, but that means that I can do some stuff onto here where if I just left it with the ink, I'd kind of pretty much have to leave it as it is, but now I can colour this. Yes, I can colour it with watercolour pencils, with blends, with my inks and a blender pen, which looks like this. Blender pen. It's got like a clear glycerin in it. So, but what I can do is use that and the ink. Got some ink in there. I'm going to paint it white. First of all. And you'll see why in a moment. My blender pen's a bit dry. I've had them for so long, I will probably need to replace them actually, because I don't use them very often. And I got a few for classes because I used to use them quite a lot. But when I've come to use them recently, they're all a bit dry. But literally had them for about 6 years, so it's not, they've not done bad. Just get rid of some of that white ink off there. So give that a little bit of a blast just to dry it. Just give that a second. I've just seen your comment, Lizzie, and I definitely recommend using the grey plate. It's they've put like a bit of an official announcement on about it, because I think it's for some people's machines, because they're all calibrated very slightly differently. So we're just talking about this plate. So there's a white plate it comes with, and 2 of these plates, and then 2 grey plates. And the white base plate sometimes is a bit sticky, so this one, which is just very slightly thinner, is working perfectly as a base plate. So that's what I use now. Although I can see someone has been using this without the cutting plates. And I know which die it is, so I know what event it was. I've just spotted it, can you see? Someone's used it without the clay. I'm fine. It's fine, I'm not too precious. So that's probably, could do with it drying a little bit longer. But now I'm going to take my inks. In fact, I'll do brighter ones. So let's do garden green. Let's do I always go to this, Polish Pink. Now when I colour this, because the colour's going on to white and not brown, I'm going to get a much more vibrant colour. Now, it's probably not the best example because I'm kind of rushing it a little bit, but I'll do this again properly and post some proper pictures. Do and the apple green is a nice vibrant one. Bone dry this. What's this one? Oh, there's no ink in that. A little bit of ink in that. Squeaky. Yeah, I could definitely get more ink off that if I had more time. And then just lightly rub over it with a bit of paper towel. So it just gets rid of any ink off the embossed outlines. Something like that anyway. There you go. Something like that. So let's just get this glued on. So the note cards are in inches, so my measurements for these bits are in inches. So the note card measures 3.5 by 5 inches. So I did my first layer at 2.5 by 4 inches, and then this slightly smaller one is at 2 3/8 by 3 7/8. Something like that. Oh, I was gonna do some ribbon. Got my favourite ribbon, current favourite, which is the gingham. Let's put some of that around it. Just do that. I'll stick it down. Just going to do a little knot. Not going to bother with a bow. Little double knot. Trim it off. Well, you know, not massively happy with that, but it was something I had just had in mind to try. Needs a sentiment somewhere, but maybe that goes on top. I don't know. Let's try this. I'm just completely experimenting now. I don't know. Okay, well let's just put that one down for experimenting, maybe room for improvement on that one. So yeah, the last thing I just wanted to show you was something with these papers. Did some cute little treats for my team. These are really good. If you look for them, I think Co-op and Morrison, well, Morrison's definitely do them because that's where I got them from. Mini little dairy milk bars. They're so cute, but really good for little favours like this. So take your 6x6 and chop it down to 4 inches. So it's 4x6, and then just going to use my tape runner with Stampin' Seal and go right down one edge, and then tuck my bar in, fold it round, fold this over, make sure it's pressed down nice and firmly, and then I usually kind of stick and crimp the ends, but even better is little staple in each end. That makes it nice and simple. Like that. And then to decorate it, I've got the new online exclusive classic letters stamp. These aren't in the catalogue, they're just online in my online store. Really lovely size. Let's do K, because maybe it's for me. Maybe I deserve a chocolate treat for, I don't know. What do you think I deserve a chocolate treat for? And did you notice in the online store, circle punches are back? These are old. I've had them, never got rid of them from the first time around. I love my circle punches very much. They are a definite staple and just make it so easy. Obviously, I love my die cuts as well, but sometimes you just need something quick like that. So I've got my 1 3/4 punch and then my 2-inch punch. Then I'm going to stamp the circle. Glue that onto there and glue my foam, glue with a foam pad I think on there. I've got into a bit of a mess. Let's put that one on. And then it just needs a flower, and I could die cut one of these, or I could just punch one, because I've got the flower and leaves punch, so it does quite a nice size. And let's do maybe this colour that's on the paper. It's a bit of Mango Melody. And then just bend it a little bit. Glue that on, and we'll just add a little diamante in the middle. There. That's my little treats that I gave everyone today. I love doing little fun, simple things. And I usually put something cute like that in my card club boxes as well, which reminds me to tell you about card club. So deadline for March's card club box is tonight. I mean, at the very latest, I need to put the order in tomorrow morning. So I need to know who's coming to March's card club. And I did mention in the link that if you wanted to give it a go, to try it out, if you're not sure whether it's for you or whether you're going to like the projects or whatever, if you wanted just a link to a one-off box, not the subscription to the club, if you wanted to try it, then message me and I'll send you a link to get a one-off box. So the only thing it won't include is your welcome gift, or it won't, if you do one-offs, you're welcome to just do one-offs. It just won't include the loyalty gift either, because that if you do consecutively, you get a loyalty gift after 6 months. But you know, you can try it anyway. So message me if you're interested, and even if you miss the deadline for March's box, you might be interested in April's box. So that's that, and yeah. Also 10 o'clock is the deadline. This is a hard deadline though. This definitely closes at 10 p.m. tonight. Is free card class with an order for the milkshake kit. So that's what I'll be sending you. This is what you'll be making. Add on the share a milkshake stamp set if you want to make the cards as I've made them, if you don't have it already. So that's that one as well. So I think I've told you everything I need to tell you. But I'll be working with the Sentimental Park stamp set all week. So look out for projects and my card class on Friday. My online card class will feature this one as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. Really nice to have you with me on a Sunday night crafting. I really appreciate you watching too. So have a really good week, everyone, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.